The city of Fort Wayne is working to educate landlords and realtors about the lack of affordable housing in the city. They say for some people, one huge medical bill or auto expense could leave them homeless. Fox 55's Brianna Bias is live to explain why they say there is a lack of affordable housing. Good evening, Bree.
Good evening, Tara. Yeah, the Department of Housing and Neighborhood Services says that renters should only pay 30% of their monthly income on housing. But right now, 20% of the people who live in Fort Wayne are coughing up 50%. That's half of their monthly income just to keep a roof over their heads. And the city says a major reason for that, the pandemic.
37% of those who experienced unfair treatment in housing believed it was because of their race or ethnicity.
Nikki Quintana with the Metropolitan Human Relations Commission says she sees hundreds of discrimination complaints every year.
Annually, our agency investigates around 350 charges of discrimination, and specifically in housing in 2022, we investigated 78 complaints.
She says the charges regard everything from race and ethnicity to socioeconomic status to sexual orientation. But Jim Atz with Housing and Neighborhood Services says discrimination is not the only barrier Fort Wayne renters face.
Renters that spend more than 30% of their income on rent are cost burden.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau, in order for the average Fort Wayne resident to only pay 30% of their income in rent, landlords would have to charge no more than $1,349 a month. But that isn't the case.
We have 20% of rental households in our community pay 50% of their income on rent, and that's not sustainable.
Unsustainable, but something he says is also unavoidable.
It's just the pandemic and the construction freeze and the supply chain issues really hampered the construction of new housing in our community. So that lack of new units drove up prices.
He says the city is pushing for more affordable housing. Meanwhile, many of the new single-family units being built will cost anywhere from $1,500 to $2,400 a month. He hopes by educating landlords and distancing from the pandemic, those prices will eventually come down. And Quintana says if you find a place and you're trying to sign a lease, but you feel like you're being discriminated against, you should call the Metropolitan Human Relations Commission, and they will investigate that situation for you. Live in Fort Wayne, I'm Brianna Bias, Fox 55 News.